Here. All right. All right. Hey, guys. First and foremost, Father God, what's the desire of your service today, Father God? Allow me to show up and show out for you. Allow me to show up in the spirit of you, God, and not of my flesh. Let there be more of you and able God. Welcome, everybody. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. Okay, so I am Queen. I am a publisher. This is a Q&A. I give game for an hour. I get the aspect of author, publisher, self-publisher, marketing, promoting, advertisement, schemes, and scams that go on in my industry. Best-selling information, five-star information, traditional versus self-publishing, also the schemes and scams that go on in my industry. Also, I talk about your traditional and generational curses and spiritual warfare because and generational wealth because God tells me to. So check out the house. Okay. This is the Omni Publishing House, where we give information on how to grow your generational wealth and giving informative information of understanding that we don't have when misunderstanding in between royalties and distribution and rights and things and so forth and so forth. Okay. So be mindful and stay educated, as I usually would say. So we are streaming on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Also, we are on Restream. We are featuring on Zoom. So if you're interested in asking questions person to person on Zoom, you can come in on Zoom and click the link on Toyagram, which is my Facebook page, and it will be a post that is pinned. And you can click that link that is in that message that is on the top where it says hello, kings and queens, welcome. In that you will press in, I will invite you in as a participant and you will ask questions online. Or you can come onto YouTube, ask your question, or you can ask your question on Facebook. Okay. So so I can see my comments. So you can come on over to YouTube. Thank you for all the new subscribers. Um, but you can come on over to YouTube and you can ask whatever questions you want. I will see it in the comments. Or you can come on to Facebook and I will see it in those comments. Either way, bless you, baby. Um, your question will get answered. So if there's anybody that is interested in asking any questions today, please do come on in. And then also we give an hour of informative information as well to our loving people, as we sit on here and wait on our people to come and ask questions. Also, we allow you to promote. So if you're interested in promoting information, you can promote your information. You promote it in the comments on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Restream, or on choose to publicate your information, but do share. You never know who's looking for you. Thank you. Let's share today. Mhm. What I was going to speak about today. See, right? I haven't had any recent questions. Did I have answered already? Hi, welcome to our live. So if you are interested in asking any questions, this is the Q&A. I am Queen. I am a publisher. Hi, if you want to ask any questions today, King, you know how to do it. Get in those comments and answer the questions that you want, and I'll answer them on live. I'm trying to find out some informative information. Do you have a certain subject that you would like for me to talk about today? That is bobbling to your mind, in growing as an author or a spoken word artist or whatever? Do you have any questions today? Got anything that you would like me to talk about or touch on? Basing the fact of being, a writer. You have anything that you are concerned about in this industry? Something incredible to speak about today. Because a lot of times we have questions that we need to answer. We just can- Okay, so we're gonna do a little pros and cons today. Know that we do this for hours, so you have an hour to ask whatever questions that you like. Ask as many as you like. Ask as many as you like. So we're gonna look over some pros and cons, okay? Pros and cons for self-publishing versus traditional publishing is what we'll talk about a little bit of. We'll get a pro con thought. Touch it. Okay, so we talked about that already, so maybe I should try something else. Let's talk about um, what we're gonna talk about. What are some scams that happen in the book industry? Which I think a little outranged. Talking about pros and cons, but about what they be doing. We're gonna talk about what some of the scams are. All right. In the book industry, as in any industry, there are unfortunately some scams that authors should be aware of. Here are a few of them. Now, it says vanity publishing. Vanity publishing companies often target upspringing authors with promising of publishing their work. Okay, with promises of publishing their work, but in reality, they charge hefty fees for their services. These companies may not provide the same level of editing, marketing, and distribution. as traditional publishers, and as authors may end up spending a lot of money without seeing much return on their investment. Now, as a vanity publisher, depending on if the vanity publisher is giving you rights, that is a big issue on a lot of reasons why you don't receive any royalties. It's because as a vanity publisher, they publish your information, and then they take full rights of it, and they don't give you back the rights after they publicate the information for you. So most of the time with vanity publishers, it is an author that comes to ask us as a company to publicate the information for them. And then after the information is publicated, they will publicate the information, distribute the information, put it on all channels, and make the money from the author without the author knowing it. With the difference in our company, we give you publishing compensation for getting paid for the books that you sell. So we'll give you a record, investigate the record from all of the places because because the distributor does it for us. So it calculates them all and gathers them all together, then puts it into one. And then I myself will pay the printer, which they already take that out automatically out of the money. And then I will pay you and myself out of whatever percentage that we share as far as the royalties. Me, myself, I choose to give 50% because you own yourself. So who wouldn't deserve 50%? Most publishers only give 7 to 15% of royalties back to their authors. I'm into changing the game and giving 50% back, being that most of the time I am 50% in the workings of the work, because I do editing. I am a platformer. I also format the information and put it into illustration. And also, at times I do creative cover work and stuff like that. So the choice that I choose as a publisher is to take 50% is because I want to own my 50%, which would be my part of the publication that I put forth towards your publication, and then also you having ownership of the 50% that you put in, because more or less usually we meet in the middle and we share royalties, because you as an author would do a certain part and me as the publisher would do the opposite of you, whatever it is that you can and are capable of doing. So I will get my earnings and my royalties for the product that I produced in the product, as well as you, as we should. It's not, should not get the credit for their information. Okay, so the next thing is literary agent scam. Some individuals pose as literature agents and prey on unsuspected authors, charging reading, reading fees or other upfront costs with no intention of accumulating responsibilities or representing the author's work. Legitimate literature agents make money through commission on book sales, so authors should be wary of any who ask for money up front. Boom. Okay, so what is explaining in this, as literature agents, we get paid for compensation. So our compensation will be under a let me see, what was it? What was that word? It is under commission. There we go. Oh, I'm sorry. So our information is under commission. So me being a literature agent to you, if a person comes to me and states to me that they want me to be their literature agent, I will give them the opportunity to either take the chance of paying me through commission, which that would mean that where you sell your book, advertisement that we do, any shows that you have, any promotion that you do as far as going out and reading your information and selling product, any book sales that you make during our showings or our meet and greets or our book signings. Also, if you do any filming or anything of that, we will get commission from that. So what I explain to most of my authors, if they are in the process of another deal with filming or so of sort, if they would like to, they could pay a monthly fee of what they are asking me to do. So say if they told me to go out here and they want a podcast, a radio interview, a TV interview, and a bookstore a month. So they will pay me specifically for their promotion out of whatever they receive, which will be either in the choice of commission or a monthly payment. Me, myself, if you are in other businesses with others, I always say if you want a fixed rate, we could do monthly or we can work by commission, but commission gets big at times because it goes by around about getting paid for everything that you do and everything that we promote. And a lot of authors have an issue with that because they feel like you in their pockets, but that's what a literature agent is. We get paid commission, whatever you do, you get paid for, we get a percentage off of that specifically. For all those that are not in agreement with that, I explained that perfectly that it is a commission thing. If they are not, then we can look into monthly payments, but that is the only time that I present that. And also have also sent information to an individual that has asked me to do the work for them and have given them the information as far as the definition as to why and what we receive through commission and where and how we receive our money and who we get it from. In which they were very surprised. And even in projects that we don't work with you, we should get paid for it. So be mindful as an author of what your literature agent is getting paid for and study upon your literature agent's advances and royalties and the proper way of them receiving their money. Okay. Now we have fake publishing contests. Some scam artists may organize fake publishing contests or award programs in order to lure authors into paying entry fees. These contests may have no real judging and processes or may exist solely to make money for the organization. And they got all types of things. So again, it says that they have fake publishing contests. And some scam artists may organize a fake publishing contest or a reward program in order to lure authors into paying entry fees. These contests may have no real judging or process or may exist solely to make money for their organization. So be mindful of these. Privacy, privacy is a major issue in book industries with unauthorized copies of books being distributed online without author's permission. Okay, so what this is where in the industry, people are gaining copies of other authors' information and distributing their information online and them not getting paid for it This can result in a loss of sales and revenue for authors as well as damage to their reputation if the priority copies are poor quality. Right, so that's someone copying your information and reprinting the distribution. So now the reason as me as a publisher, I do not deal with this is because if I print a copy of information out for you and you choose to go out and print a different copy, I will have information that shows the copy that I printed out before you go decide on going to go print out a different copy, because that would show that if the quality of the book is not the same as the book that I printed, then there is proof to state that that is not my copy. Because when people are publicating information, then want to switch companies, the other company that had did the great work is being jeopardized by a company that's poorly qualified to do their job that they say they're doing. And then it gives a bad reputation for the previous publisher. So in my covering for myself is to pat in my royalties for my information to show that my product is my product, and that I bond a contract to where you cannot sell that product outside of what we have created, because I do not want the quality of the product to be depleted. Now, if you choose to go out and republicate, that's fine and dandy, but you can't take what I have publicated for you and move it to somewhere else, because that is illegal for any publishing company. We do not take other products for other companies because it is conflict of interest and would cost us a lawsuit. So be mindful of switching your information and sharing information and things like that when switching for different companies. Like this here. Right. I think I've seen it wrong. That's the one thing about myself. I'm not afraid to research something that I feel like I don't have either understanding of how to say the word or have an understanding of the word. So I will re-Google the content to make sure that I'm expressing it in the way that it should be. Right? Piracy. 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 Okay. So piracy, if you don't know what piracy is, a practice similar to piracy, but is other contact, especially hijacking. The practice of attacking and robbing, shipping, that shit, that's different. That is different. Unauthorized use of reproduction of another's work. There we go. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, the unauthorized use reproduction of author's work is piracy. Piracy. Piracy, okay? Piracy is a major issue in the book industry, with unauthorized copies of books being distributed online without the author's permission, okay? This can result in the loss of sales, revenue, and authors can also, well as damage to their reputation in their pirated copies of the course. All right. Fake reviews. Some authors and publishers may engage in practicing of purchasing fake reviews. I do not play this game. Okay. Everything that I've ever done as far as even gaining bestseller for myself and my authors has been work. I have not paid for a number. I have not paid for bestseller. I have not paid for numbers. I have not paid for categories, and I have not paid for genre credentials. Never. it is what it is. We receive what we receive, and if we received it, it was work for us. So on the fact that I do have a bestseller, as an author, it was work. It was not paid for as far as stealing or scamming numbers. All right, some authors and publishers may engage in the practice of purchasing fake reviews to artificially inflate the ratings of their books online and platforms. This can deceive readers and unfairly disadvantage other authors who have earned their rewards legitly. Okay, that's what I believe. Us getting what we get legitly. To avoid falling victim to scams in the book industry, authors should also research potential publishing opportunities, thoroughly asking recommendations for trust sources, and be cautious of any offers that seem too good to be true. It's also a good idea consult with a lawyer and a literature agent before signing a contract or any agreement. Okay? So as a literature agent, before signing a contract with my clients, I try to explain as much as possible, um, especially about the royalties and the sharing. And sometimes we don't understand, so I try to be very informative with sending information, so they can stay aware of the information that we are sharing. Sometimes it goes on deaf ear, and that is fine and dandy, but as long as we teaching the information, that is all that's happening. So that is our subject today, guys. That is what I'll talk about. I ain't want to keep y'all long because I gotta get out here in this good old world and go work. I got some runs to go make, so I definitely won't keep you guys long. It is always a blessing to share amazing information that we have to share with you guys. Okay. And it is so a blessing to be able to inform others of the education that I have to be able to fulfill other authors like me. And publishers like myself. So I just wanted to say thank you to all those that have been supportive to my company. Thank you to all those that work with my company. Thank you to those that are going to work with the company. Thank you to all those that ask questions when I'm available to receive informative information. We appreciate you as well. It makes the job go around for me and also allows others to be able to receive what they need in the industry and having a better understanding. That's what I do it for. So thank you again today, guys. I love everybody. So again, don't forget it. We stream every day on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Restream, and also featuring on Zoom one-on-one. You can ask your questions on Facebook in the chat, also YouTube on the chat, Instagram in the chat, Restream in the chat, but you can also come in person or one-on-one live in the Zoom room. So if you're interested, come on in. And I'm Queen. Again, I am a publisher. This is a Q&A. I give game for an hour. I get the aspect of the author, the publisher, self-publisher, marketing, promoting, advertisement, schemes, scams that goes on in the industry, best-selling information, five-star information, traditional versus self-publishing, and also the schemes and scams that goes on in my industry. I speak about traditional and generational curses, spiritual warfare, and generational wealth because God tells me. So let us be great. Someone told you that you weren't great today, they lied to you. God has already proved you. It's always shining. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. It was time. It was time. It was time. Hope y'all enjoyed the publishing. Again, Deja, Buzzai.